We are in Sydney. Bridge, buildings, city, civilization. First big city of the trip. Yeah, anyway, pretty disgusting drive here, but you know, we're here now, and we're just gonna go walk around and get a lobster roll. Marketplace. So we walked around a little bit in Sydney, and then pretty much drove up to the closest campground there is to the city, which is called Brent's Basin. Bent's Basin.
So not the closest, it's just the one that had availability because it's a Friday.
Oh yeah, it's a Friday, so they're all booked out, unfortunately. So we drove about an hour and a half, and it's really cool. It's $34 to stay here for the night. There's hot showers, epic place to swim. And yeah, now we're just gonna set up, make some dinner, have some leftover bolognese. So we're about to drive over that bridge. What's it called? Great Bridge?
Seacliff Bridge.
The Seacliff Bridge. The Great Seacliff Bridge. We didn't end up staying at the place we were at yesterday because when we went to go and book it for the second night, unfortunately it was all booked out. So we decided to head down today. So there's not going to be a day 2 of Sydney or anything. We've been there back before anyway in 2021, so no need to go back. Heading down south somewhere near Wollongong. Gonna stay at a campsite where there's a lot of wombats. Okay, so we're finally here at the Bendila recreational area, and there are so many of these little wombat burrows as we're walking along the water around the place. We'll probably come here tomorrow, go for a swim. There's tons of people set up, just canoeing on the water and stuff. Looks pretty nice. We'll come here when the sun sets or when it's setting. But yeah, since it's practically free, it's really busy, and we're probably going to stay here for 2, maybe even 3 nights because we drove so much these past few days, and Sydney was just really busy, so maybe a good break. This is our setup spot. Yeah, really busy, but it's worth it. Okay, so we're out here, came back to the burrows. It's getting late. We've got our cameras. She's got like 6 cameras. Yeah, we're gonna be waiting along with all these other people who are waiting for them as well, I think. Hopefully we get some photos and videos. We found it. So we came down to the river and swung out from a swing thingy. But it was pretty fun, and we swam a little bit as well, making the most of it because today is probably the last day we're here. For dinner, we're having the same thing we had at Barrington Tops, the chicken pizza thing. To all the Italians that are watching, or to the Italian that is watching, this time I hope I've spread the salsa properly. Non ti preoccupare, che cazzo. And I've put some salt and pepper and oregano. Look at that, it's practically wood-fired. And we have some more friends again, or another friend. Goodbye, random supermarket jerry cans that we used for a month, thinking we wouldn't need a normal jerry can. And hello, new jerry can. Adjustable tap, we don't have to manually squeeze the entire time to rinse dishes. Some Mongolian beef with rice and avocado. So apparently these rocks have formed over 400 million years. And we're crossing through it with our thongs. Barely crossing through it with our thongs. It's fucking cold. And it snowed here yesterday, and it's hot in the sun and cold in the shade, and we're wearing hoodies but also thongs and crossing through ice cold water. It's a really weird place, but yeah, 400 million years old. It's pretty cool. And fucking massive. It's kind of crazy because it definitely feels like a different country. You know, we've been to New Zealand. Kind of feels like New Zealand. Haven't been to Scotland, but as far as Scotland looks, it kind of looks like Scotland with all the sort of hills and massive rocks and stuff. Iceland, maybe. Look like if it looks anywhere like anywhere you've been before, please let me know. And yeah, we're halfway back. That's the first time we saw the sun since the whole hike. It's been cold and our feet are fucking freezing, but it was worth it. Definitely doesn't feel like Australia. We're currently in Kosciuszko National Park, in the Long Plain Hut campground specifically. It's really different coming up to the mountains now and seeing massive hills and mountains, and then just going down to the coast and seeing huge oceans and cool rock pools and waves and stuff. But we basically headed from the coast back inland. I think 2 days ago we were in Wagga. We just visited Wagga. The main purpose is running away from the rain, and also just visiting a few places that I guess is important, like for instance the one and only dog on the tucker box.
Holy fuck, it's a dog on a tucker box!
Part of Australian citizenship. You know, if you want to be a citizen, a true Aussie, you gotta visit the dog on the tucker box.
Jeepers, it's a dog on a tucker box!
If you don't know the video, look it up and watch it. It's funny. Okay, we actually drove up to Kosciuszko a couple of days ago. We stayed there. It was freezing cold and really wet. So we decided to go back inland and book a sheltered camping spot. And the weather was supposed to be shit for 2 days, so we booked it for 2 nights. And it barely rained. So we wasted $105 because it was $52 a night. But it had really nice hot showers, a really nice kitchen. So it wasn't totally a waste. This is probably our last week in New South Wales. Kosciuszko will probably be here for a couple of days. This current campsite, which I guess I'll show you. Yeah, it's the campground. It's busier than I guess it's Kosciuszko, so it's not that busy. And it's a Saturday. But yeah, it's the campground. It's pretty nice. There's a 76 Land Cruiser set up in the best spot right over there with a really nice view, but that's okay. So we just figured out why it's called a hut. Long plain hut. Doesn't feel haunted. Well, actually, this room kind of does. So I'm just making dinner. -1? Oh. The weather shows that it feels like -1 degrees. So we're wearing the winter stuff now. But this Redang curry, Indonesian Redang curry, looks pretty freaking good. And I also made some, oh shit, how am I gonna do this? So I made some rice. So yeah, we'll just have some chicken curry and rice for dinner. But yeah, we kind of got the fire going. It's probably the coldest night it's been on the lap, but we're on top of the mountain, so I mean,
Yeah, it's like the coldest place in Australia. It
Yeah.
snowed yesterday.
yeah, it snowed yesterday. And we also just found out that Charlie and Piotr have finished their volunteering and they're stopping here on the way. So tomorrow night we'll have another night with them, which is going to be fun. So we relocated our spot where that 76 was. Now we are at way fucking better spot. No shade at all. Usually we want shade, but up here you want as much sun as you can get. So we put the solar panels on. Since we're staying here for multiple days, it's good to have that running so that we can just run the Starlink 24/7 and have internet. But yeah, the tent was really condensated last night, really cold. It was really hard to sleep. I think it was the coldest night of the trip so far. So now we're just sort of sitting in the sun. Well, half sun, half shade. And they're here. Okay, we're going for it. Woo! So they just got here, and Piotr already taught me some. Piotr, how do you pronounce Kosciuszko?
It's Kosciuszko.
It's Kosciuszko. He's from
mountain is
Poland.
Polish, yeah.
He's from Poland. And this is a Polish mountain. Cheers! Woo!
Look at the...
So some piece of bread you got there, Piotr. What would you say that resembles?
Yeah, this is how breads were punished in medieval times.
Wow. Still over the fire.
Yeah.
I like it. Scaring me.
Oh. Fuck, you're still here. It's been 20 minutes. Still watching this. Well, in the next episode, we'll be going to Thredbo and some other mountainous little towns that are very much so inspired by North America. That's pretty much this video to an end. Didn't realize it's been 20 minutes when I was editing it. If you thought this intro was cool, just wait for the next intro. Not drone footage or anything like that, but after this night where we burned that bread to tortured that bread, we woke up to a really cool view. Just the most black metal view you can ever imagine. I'm probably gonna write a song, well, compose a little riff or whatever specifically for that intro in part 5. So stay tuned for that. I'm not trying to get you to clickbait yourself into anyway. Yeah, so yeah, we'll go up to the mountainous sort of regions, and then we'll go to the Victoria Highlands. Tons of mountains, tons of cool lakes, tons of pine trees, and stuff like that in the next video. After that, we'll be heading down to the most southern part of the mainland, Australia mainland, which is Wilson's Prom. It's gonna be pretty cool. And then yeah, we'll go back up into inland Victoria, which is where I'm currently filming from. yeah. If you thought that 20 minutes was too long and I won't be including a metal outro, you're wrong. This video has no music as is, so a little bit of joy at the end of a video is necessary, I think. Why did this video not have any music? I just genuinely couldn't be bothered. I'm sick and fucking tired, and it's only been 4 videos, of looking for good unlicensed music. There was a funny comment in my other video of somebody talking about how the music doesn't fit the footage, and the username was something to do with Jesus. Look, this is a metal channel, alright? If you don't like metal, fuck off. I'm gonna be putting in whatever I want to. If I put the music in, I fucking like it. That's why I put it in. Of course it matches the vibe of the video. It's my video. It's my vibe. But no, I just genuinely couldn't be fucked this time. Please don't mistake it for that. Because man, just for the sake of it, I'm gonna try and play the most unholy riff in a few seconds.